like it was in their previous game. It's just a great way to play basketball, but also to watch basketball.
A little personnel change going on right now.
We got LeBron James. I got Dwight Howard, and I got
Westbrook
Wesley
for
Matthews.
2, lets it go. Can't knock it down.
Wow. That's
To Williams. There's the perfect
I would play
pick.
head-to-head.
Williams jump shot.
Oh, look at
And
that.
that won't
I got Kenneth Reed, too. Yeah, I mean, oh, shoot. I got Giants in this squad.
Patterson's looking to operate from down low.
Thickle.
Terrific ball movement. Moves around the defender.
Oh, they missed dunks. Maybe stealth updating
Phoenix is
stuff
leading
in live.
Orlando by a score of
Like, it
12
really feels like
to
a
11.
different game every time. Like, if you don't play live for a little bit.
Here's the Euro step. Gets it to go.
Oh, shit.
Plus the foul. And the foul is called against Smith. Picks up
Like,
his first
if you don't play
Absorbs
this
the
game for a
contact,
minute,
finishes the shot,
it does feel
and now
like
works his way to the free throw
a
line.
different game when you come back. Like 2K, I play 2K. 2K feels
And that
like
completes
the
the
same game.
three-point
I
play.
don't feel like they really changed much. Maybe they adjusted some like rating. Maybe it might not be as effective
Westbrook
as it was.
against
This game,
Williams.
I feel like
Strong
this
finish.
game really feels like
Oh, look
it's
at the
different
athleticism.
every time. Like you don't touch this game for a
To
minute,
finish
you come back to
with
it,
the
you're like,
hammer.
yo, what the fuck they added? in
James
this
for
game?
2. Jumper off the mark that time.
And it's scary because it's like,
Westbrook for 2 again here. Jumper won't go.
oh, Aaron Brooks. Alright, yeah.
Brooks on the drive. Tries for the alley-oop.
Oh, man. Oh,
Sends it
LeBron.
into the post. James has the double team converge. James for another attempt. The Magic with control on the rebound. Williams unable to convert the 3. Patterson bringing it up here.
And see, they proved that AI because, like,
Smith's trying for
because
position
in
in
lot
the
15,
paint. Quick
they
release for
would
3.
not move unless the point guard was clear.
He grabbed 6 rebounds in their previous game against the Denver Nuggets.
Oh, I was trying to
And
be
they
slick.
come
I
up
was trying
with
to
a
be
turnover.
slick.
Pass into the post. Strong finish
I
at
was
the
trying to
rim.
be sweet.
And the only way to get an easier 2 points
But,
is to
like,
have your mom keep
Lot
the score.
15, like, they used to, like, skate. Like, if the point guard was not clear for a pass, they would skate it.
Phoenix is leading Orlando by a score of 16 to 14.
They would dead stay there and not move. This game, like, as a live fan, you can't really, like,
Bringing it up.
play, like, older lives. Because
Goes to the goal.
it's kind
Good
of sad
finish inside.
and good at the same
That's
time.
nice body
But,
control
like,
right there on that layup.
like, you,
Good
like,
finish.
try and go back and play live 10. As much as, like, boom
It's
shot
good.
like
And 1. And the foul is called against Patterson. That's his first.
But as much as, like, most live fans say, oh, live fans this, live fans that, you can't go back and play that live.
Three-point play.
And play it and have fun. There's a lot of things about it that's fun,
Westbrook
but you go back to that
brings it
live and you
across.
be like, damn. First, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna break your heart knowing that, like, they
Parker
abandoned,
against James. Inside. Nice
they
finish around the
abandoned,
rim.
you know, that direction, the direction that they kind of go through now.
And the first quarter comes to an end.
And which is
The
not a
score
bad
is tied.
direction that they're going through.
We'll be right
'Cause
back
they're
with
in
more
the right
Wednesday
direction.
Night Basketball here
But
on
it
ESPN
takes
after the
time
break.
for that direction to really, like, get a foothold because you not only you're behind, you know, in terms of sales, you're behind in terms of, like, you know, notoriety and brand recognition. And people will think your game is garbage, and that's where they should have just, like, if,
Well,
like,
the
in my
shots have been
opinion, they should
falling and
have
both
dead
teams have
had,
been on
like,
fire here in that first quarter.
they should have
Very
dead
little
not worked on
defense out there.
graphics. Live 14. But Live 14, you go back and play Live 14 was not that bad of a game. That people make it sound like it was really not that terrible. It just lacked finishing. Like all the players did the same thing. You know, play calling was pretty much similar. The play calling system was just trash. The animations was not that terrible either. The animations was not that bad. They weren't like Live 15. They were more fluid than Live 15. Live 15 had more rigid animation.
Moving the ball around beautifully. Parker fires.
You know, and it's like, it's funny that, you know, like a live player will tell you like why certain lives are good and bad, and why like certain lives are what EA should build off of, because you know, because there's a lot of good stuff with the live game. So when Live 15, basically Live 15 was like, that game had great, like, under the hood shit. Like, there was no two-man animations. You weren't stuck in a two-man animation. You can block it. You could play defense really well. Post game was really deep. You had deep controls, and at that time, that was overlooked because of 2K's like vision. Because everybody just saw the graphics and go, that game's trash. And that game was not that garbage. The game wasn't even garbage at all. It was just not. Like, if that game came on Xbox 360 and Xbox PlayStation 3, it would have gotten a higher score than what it got. It would have, like for the 4s and fucking 3s it got, it would have gotten like a 6 or 7. Like Live got 6 and Live 15 got 6 and 7, and I feel like they took a lot away, you know, for Live 15. Live 15 was not really a game that I would consider a step up, or most Live fans would consider a step up. It was just good defensively, so you could block almost anything in the paint. And see, I don't like how people just like to assume that just because you can block everything, that, you know, it's defensive oriented. That's not true. Not every player can block shots. Not every player has athletic ability to block players. Wingspan takes a effect. You know, timing takes an effect. Athleticism takes an effect. To block a player's shot, you need those things. And like, Live 16 tries to replicate that very heavily in their shot blocking, because they know that you just can't block everything. And not every player can be blocked. But it gets lost in the translation. And I'm defending the defensive ability or defensive responsiveness of this game. This game really has terrible offensive responsiveness. It's just like defensive responsiveness. It has terrible defensive responsiveness. But the thing is, it recognizes that not every player can, like, because in Live 15, every player can block the shot. See, stuff like that need to happen more missed shots, more contested shots. Even in 2K16, you know, you miss a layup, and you go, why did I miss that layup? Because, you know, not every, like, because you got contested, you know, you were challenged. And not everybody realized, like, just because you're there, you're gonna block a shot. Not everybody's a shot blocker. At some, like, you got strong finishers, you got, you know, and this is proven. Like, this is stuff that you can't really replicate, because in the video game world, it doesn't translate when you're telling people that this person can't be blocked because this person that you're blocking with doesn't have the athleticism to block, or the timing, or the footwork, or the wingspan. You know, you tell people that, and then you just get these, well, but I'm there, and it's not gonna work like that. So Live 15 had just, and on top of Live 15 also had very limited offensive animations. So that's why the shot blocking was so good, because it had very offensive, limited offensive animations. Live 16 has way more offensive animations than Live 15. You can see with the different dunk packages, different layups, the gathers, some of the contact animations. Like, you don't see stuff like that in Live 16. You just saw like a crazy body collision animation. Even though it was natural, it still was a weird animation.
Excellent offensive play right there.
You didn't see an NBA animation. That's what they're going back to. They're going back to NBA animations, so which is cool because that's what they need to do. Which is cool. They need to do that. But that's just how I feel. You know, they Live 14 is not that bad. They should have built off Live 14. Continue to build off Live 14, like not just not graphically, but gameplay wise. Built off that as a foundation. And if they are, then that's crazy how they took away all these things. You know, but like they should have really built on that gameplay and then added a signature on top of that. And I guess that's probably what they did because this game has more signatures than Live 14 and 15 combined.
Exquisite offensive basketball. Ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things,
what it is, man.
You're gonna be a
and hopefully Live 17 is gonna be good because they based on what people who are in the Live community know. You know, we've seen the Jamario Moon, we've seen the what's his name, Derek Grant. We've seen like their little Twitter pages and they're advertising the mocap. You know, the fact that they're getting like ballers to do mocap, like these guys, Jamario Moon played in the NBA. I think he played in the D League. I don't know if he played in the D League. But the fact that he's played in an NBA game for a season or two, you know, and played with like LeBron James, that's important. And then also having Russell, and this is another thing, they have Russell Westbrook mocap. Like Russell Westbrook got mocap in this game. That's his dunk right there. And Kyrie Irving got mocap in this game. And what's his name? Damian Lillard got mocap in this game.
Excellent screen.
So it's like they do have mocap and they do mocap. They do mocap. And they already got those guys signatures. So I mean, the fact that they're getting that Derek Grant guy who does basketball coaching and knows the fundamentals of basketball,
and ultimately a lot of passes leading to direct
the fundamentals of the game. And they got Jamario Moon in there.
Coming across. The catch and fire away from downtown.
They got Jamario Moon in there doing helping out with the mocap. Live 17 is going to be really good. I think if they're doubling down on gameplay, Live will survive another season against 2K. And this season was not a good year because everybody thought the game was going to cancel after this one. This game was not that bad, but they thought it was going to be canceled because it was just too arcadey, and that's not what Live needs to do. They don't need to cater to that crowd. You know, people see that like 2-3 times in a row. It does arcadey, but you know, they're working on that.
Williams on the drive. Matthews against Neto. Shoots the three. The Magic with the offensive rebound for a new 24. Puts it back up and in on the
follow. But they see stuff, they see in the hook shots and stuff like that. They just need to miss more, that's all. Like, I don't mind the animations, because the animations are not bad animations. Like, only like 4 of them, like maybe like 2 or 3 of them are.
Westbrook against Williams. Pretty little pass to the rim. Unable to flip
it need to miss more. Like, if it miss more,
you've got to get the ball at the basket, and then you've got to finish when you get it there.
Forced to make the pass. Just on the way to the rim.
Like, and the animations don't look bad. They're not bad animations. So like, Live 16 really worked on the animation. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I think Live 17 really, they really are committed, and then the fact that they're taking time to make this game, like they're taking extra time. Cause we asked for like these stuff. Like, Live fans want this game to be like not better than 2K. We just want this game to be the best game it can be. We want like 2K got package. They got the overall package, overall worth, and overall polish in Live. And that's all Live fans want, is just those things for Live. And Live is almost there. They're not as behind as people think. And that comes from playing the games like aggressive, like constantly playing the game.
Along with Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Green on
comes from like constantly playing the game.
Got to be very happy
playing
with
the
that
game
first
and
half.
like you can see where like they're trying, and you can see like it's hard to constantly like to constantly do this.
To keep up a great level of intensity and concentration when they're playing with a lead. Don't ask me why, but it is a problem.
And then like when you play the game and actually understand the game and know that it's not 2K and understand that it has like different rules in 2K and different like
there's a turnover.
Oh wow. And see that it has different like different ways to play, or not a different way, but a different philosophy to the game of basketball than 2K, which is not a bad. Like people think 2K is the be all end all of like simulation basketball. When you think that, that's a very closed-minded way of thinking, because there's always something that could be better than 2K. Live is the only option right now.
Particularly when you consider how potent he's been as a scorer this season.
And that's not
terrific feed at the rim.
That's not that's if you look at
poise and precision will get you a better.
If you look at it like that, if you look at 2K should be the only option, and you might as well say Madden should be the only option, FIFA should be the only option, and MLB The Show should be the only option. You should just say that, because I don't know why when it comes to that. I don't know why when it comes to like.
The Suns with the offensive rebound for
I don't know when it comes to like basketball, like, and I understand Live isn't that great, but Live is getting there, and I want Live to succeed so 2K can go, all right, we need to be better than Live. We need to push ourselves. We need to see what they're doing and go, oh wow, that's actually a good idea. And vice versa, because like back when they were competing, like Live 2K had the tendencies, right? And I forgot what they were promoting, but it was something that was like promoting simulation. Oh shit! Yeah. Like they were promoting something. It was like 2K was promoting something. I think it was simulation. It was something based around simulation. And then Live came back with the Live 365 and say the game updates daily. It tracks the players. It's using Synergy, which is the league uses that. That was revolutionary at the time. That still is revolutionary because they're using that. They're using that to this. They're using that in newer Lives. They're using that in newer Lives. So it's like for them to use something like that, and that's that being revolutionary like that. That is why we need competition. And then 2K stepped up their game, and then with 2K or 2K10, and 2K10, and then. Well, because Live 09 was doing a 365. If you play Live 09, you gotta understand that was a sim game. The animations were weird, but that was a sim game because it tells you why you missed the shot. It tells you why. That dude doesn't shoot from that side. He shoots 15% from that side of the ball. Oh, that's it. He shoots 50% from the side of the court. And you had that in Live 09. You had that in Live 10. They kind of watered it down in Live 10. Because Live 10, and I keep telling people this, that was NBA Live 2K. If you wanted to see how Live and 2K will be, if you want to see what Live and 2K will look if they made a game together, just play NBA Live 10. That is Live and NBA 2K together. That is literally Live and 2K together. And the reason why I say that is because look at what they got rid of. They got rid of the dunk layup button. They added ISO motion in the form of the right stick. Like we had quick strike, and the difference between quick strike and ISO motion was just basically the size up without moving the stick. Like you just basically don't. It was because this is back when 2K had the right stick, the left stick as dribbling. So put that on the left stick, right, and then you basically have the size up. You had the size up moves for Live 10. It was basically like quick strike was this. Quick strike wasn't like sizing up. It was basically like this. This is the best I could describe quick strike. Look at LeBron James. He goes like this, and then you can just do that. And that was quick strike. That was like first. It was like basically first second or whatever you want to do it. And then they added which is kind of still here, but you kind of see in Live 09, it was more like to take advantage of weaker defenders. It wasn't necessarily meant to size up.
Looks it up. That won't go.
The ball handler is open first. The screener is open most if it's set properly.
You know, it wasn't designed to it wasn't designed to just be like a size up. Like, it was designed to take advantage of the weaker defenders. Like if you had like if you had like a Yao Ming on you, and you was like a Chris Paul or a Kobe Bryant, you do a quick strike, and then you just blow past your guy.
I'm going to celebrate the game, Mike. I am going to celebrate the game. Their offense is
and that's
just
what you
this
did.
good.
And then like they added the ISO motion to Live, and which isn't a bad thing because the Live had like configuration to do that. But it just was like they took everything from 2K and brought it to Live. The only thing that was really original was the freestyle passing, which was kind of cool. That was basically 2K added flash. That's basically 2K's flashy passing. Then they added the whatchamacallit, 2K kind of got this now, and it's like the quick plays. And quick play was in live 10. That's when they started, and then they brought that over to Mike Wang brought that over to 2K. And I'm not sure if 2K had it first, and I don't care who had it first, because these developers are shared with one another. Live devs and 2K devs kind of cross over from one another. The lower devs you don't really hear about, but the upper devs like Mike Wang and all of them, he brought that stuff was his like ideas, and he brought that to 2K. Scott O'Gallagher brought his ideas from Live to 2K. It happens, but it's not the point. The point is like it was a lot of like with Live 10 there was a lot of 2K influence. It was a lot of 2K influence, and all his ideas that he wanted to trying to try were in
into 2 points. That just infuses a sense of passion in his teammates.
Like even the diving for the ball was a 2K thing, because it wasn't even like natural. It just was like it wasn't even natural. It was just basically 2-minute animations, and that all came from 2K as well.
There's no question.
Not that Live didn't already have them. It's just that like they were more prevalent in Live 10.
Of best players in NBA history, he's going to be under consideration.
And like that's why I didn't really count Live 10 as the best Live, because it is the best Live in terms of like polish, but it still wasn't Live. Like the best Live was Live 10, Live 09. That was deep, and it had a lot of deep stuff. It was a very deep game. And it was very fun to play because it didn't have all the nuances that 2K has that still has today. That's not 2K. It's not about bashing 2K. 2K is still better than Live.
One of the great
any day of the week. It's just
in the league, but also like from a point guard position. You think back to the great rebounding point guards like a Jason Kidd.
It's basically how it is.
Anticipation. You want to give the freedom to Westbrook because he has such a great skill, and yet you don't want him to overdo it because then.
But Live 17 is going to be Live 17 is going to be good. I can't wait. I kind of want to see what 2K is going to do, because like both these games have been disappointing.
He just missed it. Pass to the corner. Matthews against Neto, looking to dominate down low. To the basket. A whistle and a foul called against Mozgov. Orlando's shooting 85% from the line tonight.
No easy basket.
These games are going to be good.
Particularly for bad free
like this year was only disappointing because it was like they sacrificed. They don't. It's like both games. Like it's like 2K is not trying as hard as they could. or it should, I should say. And yeah, I know the spiel about what's important in the cycle, blah 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 blah. But your competition has nothing to really lose, so they're gonna go in. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna try to like, you know, try to right there.
Sends it into the post to Burke. He's got 3 assists in the match.
They're not gonna try to. They're not gonna try to like. They're either gonna try to copy you or take a gamble on something. And they already took 2 gambles. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't work out for them. The first gamble was not Live 14. That was just a comeback game to like reintroduce the game, even though it reintroduced it very poorly. Because it was not a bad game, but it was like basically a reintroduction. The gamble game was Live 15. That was the gamble game, and the reason why that was the gamble game is because they were doing things that was not in any basketball game before it, and that was ragdoll physics. Whether you want to believe the ragdoll physics was there or not, that's up to you. That's totally your prerogative. But that was something they were trying new, and it was pretty good. But look at the results of it. It just did, like the animations were very rigid and poor. Like I say this all the time, Live 14 animations were not as bad as people made it seem. Like they were really not that terrible. They just were generic animations. They didn't have much signature. The only signature they had, the only signature they really had was of Kyrie Irving, because he was the cover athlete. He was basically all of the dribble packages, and you could even tell by the Rising Star how limited the creating Rising Star was. So that was the gambling game. That wasn't the gambling game. That was just the we're coming back game. Even though we know we're not nowhere near ready, they had to put the game out.
From downtown.
And then Live 15 was the gambling game, and they gambled, and it paid off a little bit. It paid off really well for them, because a lot of people were kind of like digging Live. Still didn't, still a lot of stuff there that was like, they gotta fix it. And then let's transition to Live 16. Live 16 is Live 16 is also the gamble game, because why is the gamble game? They put more effort in advertisement with this game because of how much notoriety Live 15 got. So they tried to build off their Live 15 in gambling. Did they use Russell Westbrook? Mind you, Russell Westbrook is an established guard. This is the first time in years Live using established guard. Kyrie Irving wasn't as established as he is now. Damian Lillard isn't as established as he was now.
Burke firing again.
With
the offensive rebound to keep it alive. That's a catch and shoot for 3. Not able to hit from beyond the line.
Dame Lillard wasn't established, and then with all these guards, all these cover, these two out of the 3 cover athletes were not established guards. Russell Westbrook was the only established guard they had, player that they had on the cover since their return, and that makes you think like that means they were really serious about pushing Live. Oh shit. They were really serious about pushing NBA Live. So with them being serious pushing NBA Live and using a very popular player, because Russell Westbrook was gaining popularity at the time, this was a gamble game. It was like, we're gonna go out with this game, promoting the game. This is the most, people, they gave it to, I don't want to be that guy to say this, but like getting it in the hands of people as much as you can was a good idea. Like there's gonna be some people that don't agree with it because of the state of the game, but I was like, like they didn't like for the state of the game, and like it's not about, people are gonna play your game how they want to play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna play your game. They're gonna analyze the game. The game, like, live is gonna be always gonna constantly be under a microscope compared to its competition, because people are satisfied with what they get with their competition. Live has yet to satisfy everybody else.
With the offensive rebound for a second chance.
You know what I'm saying? Live has yet to satisfy.
Westbrook against Brooks.
So once they satisfy, then you can kind of like start testing the waters and shit. But that's not what happened. So, and like I was like, that's not a smart. That was not a dumb move. Like, certain people in the community were like, oh, they shouldn't have gotten into all those people's hands when they was gonna trash the game. It didn't matter who they gave the game into their hands. They're gonna play the game how they want to play. There were people who got it early and said this game was good. So it didn't matter. You know, there's people who got mad. There was people who liked playing the game the way it is, and actually just took it for what it is. It didn't matter who was. It didn't matter who had the game in their hands. What mattered was that people were going to play the game, and that's what they did. They wanted people to play the game.
Roll man catches an easy finish at the rim.
That's a replay.
Let's have another look at that play. Orlando's leading Phoenix.
And that's what they wanted. They wanted people to play NBA Live, and they got that. And they sure as hell did. People sure as hell did. Now, the outcome of that may not have been what they like perceived, but the game was in a bad state or an unfinished state. And people are like, oh, well, I don't know why they're delaying the game now. I don't know why people delaying the game for Live 17. You know, they could just do this for the patch. I'm like, they can't do that no more, because they're not in a position to do that. They're not in a 2K or Madden position. They're in the Madden position where they're monopoly. They're not in a 2K position where they can kind of like, all right, we'll put the game out and then still have the game's problems, you know, be fixed throughout the year as we work on a new game. It doesn't work like that. They can't afford that. Not only that, the stuff we want, they need to take time with that. They need all the time they need. We're talking about, we want more signature. We want deep packages of signature. So why not just have? So you gotta build that. That doesn't take time. Their library is not deep enough. Their library is very shallow. So to make that deep, that's what they probably do. And then not only they gotta do that, they gotta make sure all the animations blend together, activate when they activate correctly, and that's what it is. They've taken time to do that. So my opinion on the whole Live 16 situation, they handled the Live 16 situation fairly well. The only thing is that the game wasn't in its finished state. Like, the game you're seeing right now, the live game you're seeing right now on your screen, does not play like how it plays in launch. It doesn't play like that. So by this time now, this is June, NBA season's over.
Fires away for two, able to put it in.
NBA season is completely over. People are playing 2K now. 2K has already said, all right, they are established. It doesn't matter what you feel about 2K now. It doesn't matter how you feel about 2K now, or 2K is garbage or whatever. 2K is the game. People are playing that now. Live lost that ability because they came out with a product that was.
Working off the screen, unable to flip it home.
They came out with a product that was not finished. And this is that.
James from deep in the corner. The Magic with the offensive rebound for a new 24. Good finish inside. He's got 7 points thus far.
And it does, you know, what was I saying? Yeah, they you know, they came out with an unfinished game. They could have delayed it, but they didn't want to. You know, they wanted to get the game out as fast as they can. And then live, when you hear a delay for live, nothing. You think the worst of it already. There's already a negative connotation with delays, and this delay for live 17 already proved that. People are already saying the game is canceled. The sales are live, 16, EA pulling the plug. NBA don't win for all this shit. And then like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like, you know, like Live got delayed and they still came out with a game. You know, Live 14 got delayed, Live 15 got delayed. Oh shit. Damn. Live 16 got delayed. Live 15 got delayed.
To the basket, flips it up. Good rebound. Held off nicely.
They got delayed, you know what I'm saying? But ever since Elite happened and Live 13 happened, you know, and Live 13 happened because Live 13 got canceled. These delays followed real close to release, and then they got canceled ultimately. So the fact that this game is not only delayed, delayed way ahead of release, it's delayed. It's delayed with, you know.
Dribble with the drop step.
Oh shit!
Puts it in. That's a 2-pointer, and Dwight Howard with 10 points.
Got a double-double. That's all I wanted from Dwight. Don't care how I got it, but like, you know, it's. What was I saying? Yeah, the game is unfinished basically, and they're taking time. So now that they're getting time to fix the game or make the game the way us Live fans are preaching that they should make it, then we want to say it's canceled or we losing the faith. And I'm like, yo, that's just crazy. I will, like, I'm a type of guy that waits for like true confirmation for shit. You know, I don't want to hear no nigga on YouTube talking about how, oh yeah, this game is canceled. You know, if you're not in the board office, the board meeting, you're not in the dev studio teams. I don't care if you're IGN, Kotaku, you know, inside source. I always take confirmation from the source, and if the source says the game ain't canceled, then I gotta believe the source until the source says otherwise. So right now the game ain't canceled. So
fires away from downtown.
So right now the game ain't canceled.
And this one
so
is in the books.
Hopefully we'll see Live. I want to see what goes down since Live is going to come out way ahead after 2K. I want to see what they do, and I think this kind of puts 2K in a predicament because now like 2K ain't gonna be head to head with Live. Live can really say, all right, they have a little bit of extra time. And like technically, they have extra dev time in 2K. So 2K gotta lay out their evaluation. Live can really boost up their animation library and deepen their game modes.
The scoring display they put on is gonna be hard to
so anyway, and
it's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they scored their
game of NBA Live.
Here are the guys who put up the most points.